In 2006, the NBA faced a crisis beyond the court. The Knicks-Nuggets brawl, leading to an astonishing 47-game suspension and hefty fines. The financial ripple effects were massive, affecting players and the league's reputation. This wasn't just a physical altercation. It was a confrontation with serious economic repercussions. Uncover the staggering financial fallout from one of the NBA's most controversial moments. On a fateful December night in 2006, Madison Square Garden witnessed chaos unfold on the basketball court, an event that shook the NBA to its core. The game between the New York Knicks and the Denver Nuggets was heading towards a routine end, with the Nuggets comfortably ahead. However, Nuggets coach George Karl's decision to keep his starters on despite the lead sparked controversy. Seen as a breach of unspoken NBA etiquette, the tension escalated when Knicks' Mardy Collins committed a hard foul on Nuggets' J.R. Smith. What started as a heated moment quickly spiraled into a full-blown brawl. Nate Robinson from the Knicks was quick to confront Smith, leading to punches thrown between the two. The situation seemed to simmer down until Carmelo Anthony, then the NBA scoring leader, delivered a surprising slap to Collins, exacerbating the melee. The brawl was not just a scuffle between two players, it was an eruption of frustration and aggression. All 10 players on the court at that moment were ejected, marking a notorious moment in NBA history. The fight spilled into the crowd, recalling memories of the infamous malice at the Palace Brawl 2 years prior. In the aftermath, both teams were forced to field new players to finish the game, with the Nuggets halting their losing streak. However, the win was overshadowed by the chaos that had unfolded. This brawl wasn't just about a game. It was a reflection of underlying tensions and the need for discipline in the sport. As we turn our attention to the immediate fallout, we're left pondering the long-term implications of this event. How did this brawl affect the players involved, the teams, and the NBA's image? 7 players were handed suspensions totaling 47 games with a staggering loss of over $1.2 million in salaries. Additionally, both the Knicks and the Nuggets were slapped with hefty fines of $500,000 each, an unprecedented financial penalty in the league's history. Carmelo Anthony, the NBA's leading scorer at the time, faced the harshest punishment with a 15-game suspension. Other key players like the Knicks' Nate Robinson and Denver's J.R. Smith received 10-game suspensions, while several others faced shorter bans. Surprisingly, Knicks coach Isaiah Thomas, despite his involvement in the pre-brawl tension, escaped without any direct penalties, leading to a wave of criticism from various quarters. The public and media reactions were a mixed bag. Some sports writers felt that the brawl, while serious, did not escalate to the level of the Pacers-Pistons incident 2 years earlier, citing the lack of direct fan involvement. A Sports Nation poll reflected this view, with 81% agreeing on the key difference of the brawl not spilling into the stands. Yet, MSNBC's Michael Ventra argued that the Knicks-Nuggets brawl was worse, as it was entirely player-driven. Many in the media saw the severity of the penalties as part of the NBA's effort to clean up its image. Post-Pacers-Pistons brawl, there was a broad consensus that the league was on a mission to rectify its public perception. The incident also reignited discussions around race and the scrutiny of NBA players, with some commentators like Michael Wilburn highlighting the racial undertones in the media's treatment of the brawl. The incident not only tarnished the images of key players like Anthony, but also sparked debates over coaching ethics and sportsmanship. This incident wasn't just a fight. It was a financial earthquake that shook the foundations of the league, and there is more to it than meets the eyes. In the high-stakes world of the NBA, where every dunk and dribble translates to dollars, the Knicks-Nuggets brawl in 2006 sent shockwaves not just across the court, but also through the league's financial foundations. The league, under Commissioner David Stern's stewardship, had to act swiftly to preserve its image and economic stability. For the NBA, the brawl posed a threat to its revenue and brand image. In a league where team revenues drive the salary cap, maintaining a violence-free image was crucial. The NBA's response was more than just disciplinary. It was a strategic move to protect its economic model, balancing the dynamics between high-revenue teams like the Knicks and smaller market franchises. Were the NBA's actions purely disciplinary, or were they a calculated move to safeguard its financial interests? In the aftermath of the Knicks-Nuggets brawl, the NBA's decision to suspend players and fine teams stirred a whirlwind of controversy. Carmelo Anthony's whopping 15-game suspension and the hefty $641,000 salary loss sparked intense debate. Anthony's agent, Kelvin Andrews, expressed shock at the severity, arguing there was no precedent for such a lengthy suspension. On the flip side, Anthony himself, reflecting on similar incidents, seemed surprised by the leniency shown in other cases. He noted, somewhat ironically, how Chris Paul, involved in a later brawl, received a comparatively lighter 2-game suspension. The NBA, led by Commissioner David Stern, stood firm, underscoring the need to uphold the integrity and grace of the sport. Stern's decision not to penalize Knicks coach Isaiah Thomas, despite his alleged role in the escalation, added another layer of controversy to the mix. Now, one question lingers. Did these penalties set a new precedent or expose inconsistencies in the NBA's disciplinary system? Let's find out. In the aftermath of the Knicks-Nuggets brawl, the NBA landscape witnessed significant changes, especially in the careers of the players involved and the league's policies. Carmelo Anthony's trajectory post-brawl paints a picture of a career at crossroads. As a top scorer, Anthony faced crucial decisions, ultimately opting to stay with the Knicks over joining other potential contenders. This choice led him to miss the playoffs for 3 consecutive seasons with the Knicks. Later, with the Oklahoma City Thunder, his role shifted dramatically, turning him into a spot-up shooter, a stark contrast to his previous playstyle. This change didn't quite suit Anthony's isolation-dominant offense, impacting his performance and the team's overall dynamics. Similarly, Ja Morant's recent controversies have drawn comparisons to a young Carmelo Anthony. Morant's suspension and ongoing investigation by the NBA echo Anthony's past incidents, including the punch during the Knicks game and other off-court issues. These events underscore the long-term effects such situations can have on a player's career and public perception. Mardy Collins, another key player in the brawl, also experienced a shift in his career trajectory. His performance improved significantly towards the end of the season following the brawl. However, his NBA journey eventually led him to sign with PBC Lokomotiv Kuban, indicating a change in his professional path post-incident. The brawl also prompted the NBA to reassess and adjust its policies. New rules were introduced to manage players' loads and preserve their health across the grueling 82-game season. These include limitations on resting star players, requirements for national TV appearances, and the necessity of star players' presence during games. Additionally, the league implemented changes in substitution policies and technicalities regarding player participation. The Knicks-Nuggets brawl in 2006 was a wake-up call for the NBA, a moment that forced the league to seriously reflect on how it handles on-court incidents and the broader implications for player conduct in professional sports. In the aftermath, the NBA took a hard line on any behavior that could tarnish its image. Players, coaches, or anyone in the front office speaking ill of referees or hinting at conspiracy theories now face a hefty fine, at least $25,000. This move wasn't just about maintaining discipline. It was about protecting the league's brand and financial health. Negative perceptions can hit where it hurts the most: the ratings and revenue. These happenings had a clear message. Player conduct matters immensely, but it's not all about punishment. The NBA's response highlighted the importance of fostering a positive sporting environment. Players are more than just athletes. They're role models and culture setters. Promoting sportsmanship isn't just about playing nice. It's about making the game enjoyable and respectful for everyone involved, from players to fans. This extends beyond the court, too. Addressing issues like discrimination and harassment and managing stress and anxiety are crucial. It's about competing with integrity, respecting the game and its participants, and being gracious regardless of the outcome. After diving into the financial chaos of the Knicks-Nuggets brawl, where the cost of conflict hit hard in suspensions and fines, you might be wondering about the brighter side of money in basketball. Well, get ready to switch gears from controversy to legend in our next video. Why Michael Jordan is bigger than basketball. We're talking about a man who transcended the court to become a global brand, a phenomenon that reshaped not just the game, but the entire sports industry. Explore how MJ's legacy went beyond slam dunks to slam dunking into the world of business, sponsorships, and unparalleled influence. If you thought the financial impact of a brawl was gripping, wait until you see how one player can redefine the economic landscape of basketball.